Hey everyone, welcome back to Play Casket with another episode of Your Turn with, not me, but Ghost playing Poison Control. I was having that really backwards. So, this week it's been a little slow, at the end of the not E3 season.
The industry kind of blew their load.
Yeah, the industry blew their load a little prematurely and stuff. All of it was cringe. It's okay.
Oh my god, the loading.
Wholesome Games Direct still number one in my book. And we're just going to go ahead and talk about the last few things that came up. There was a small little Xenoblade 3 Direct, but there was a couple of other things that happened as well. And we're going to go ahead and kind of get into it. What would be a good start for you?
For me, I would say the sales, at least.
Yeah.
Lots of sales, Steam sales, Nintendo sales.
There is, for anybody who's like playing any type of games right now, there is sales everywhere and anywhere. There is massive sales. In fact, Nintendo just released something called the Big Ol' Sale, and it's so big that when I'm trying to go down the list on the Switch eShop, it crashes and starts again like halfway through every time.
Fix your stores, Nintendo.
Like damn, right? And then on top of that, Devolver Digital just announced as of this recording their sales. So like what, this Sunday?
Yeah. God, dog enemies are the worst. I hate these so much.
It's perfect time to go ahead and start an episode right here, just right when you start hating dog enemies. Absolutely wretched. But it's just an ongoing. It's actually safer for me to just go into my wish list to see if there's anything there instead of saying, hopefully there's something special, Mm-hmm. So. But have you found anything interesting in those sales at least? Like, we're not just gonna go, there's big sales. Please avoid the system before it crashes.
Poison Control and Demon X Machina. I just picked up Demon X Machina. That's a really good game. I'm a little disappointed I waited so long to get it because I really, really liked it. But I love it. It's got mechas. It's got like the weapon farming goodness. Yeah, I really like it.
I could say something similar, but not like recently, about like games that I kind of regret not getting sooner. Some of the Atelier games was one of those. Like, how did this game be this good? But is what it is. I have not found anything yet, but I did find Fall Guys, which was one of the things we were gonna touch base on. But there's so many other things, so I'm not gonna go too hardcore into the paint with that. But it's free to play now, cross platform and all that. So I decided to just kind of give it a go. It's clunky on the Switch, so if you have it elsewhere, kind of focus there, I guess. But
how good is the performance?
So the performance is decent right now.
Mm-hmm.
But Fortnite was kind of like that too when it first came out. So I'm not too entirely shocked.
Mm-hmm.
It is epic, so that seems like the pattern that they go with. All the characters that you compete with, like, you run at a solid like 30-35 frames.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else runs at like a clear 20.
No, okay.
Like, it's actually kind of amusing because of how fundamental it looks. It looks weird, but the most annoying part is that you can't tell who's holding you because of how slow the register of those frames are.
Yeah. I heard the lag's pretty bad.
I haven't really had much lag.
No, okay.
I haven't, and usually I have a lot of lag. I have stuff that like my Bouts and Paladins has slowed down quite a bit on Switch because sometimes the lag is just brutal. But on Fall Guys, it's actually not too bad.
Okay.
So I haven't personally experienced anything huge like certain changes of the menu and stuff like that will lag up, but during the actual like stuff, like the actual events and such. No, I haven't really had any issues.
No, okay.
But then again, I'm just me, so who knows. But yeah, quite a big bunch of sales. I have not been able to actually go through it properly. GameStop is actually even having some sales, the pro days and stuff over this weekend. So there's that. So there's a whole bunch of everything.
Yeah.
Just a whole bunch of everything.
Fix your stores, guys.
Yeah. Even Sony's having an issue.
Well, even I remember seeing a.
Steam's just slowed down a bit. I don't know what else is going on with that one.
Well, I remember seeing a tweet about was it Hitman? Hitman had like 50 different sale. Like there's the you get the Game of the Year edition, the Platinum edition, the blah 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 edition.
Yeah, the micromanaged all that nonsense. Yeah,
it's like, why do we need a spreadsheet to buy your shit? It's so annoying.
Like, what's up with that? This is garbage.
Fix it. I hate it.
And also fix Hitman, because the franchise looks like it's dying.
The biggest issue is that, like, you end up buying... Like, thankfully Steam doesn't let you do double purchases, but if it didn't have that, you probably end up buying a
just
copy
out of pure
the game.
confusion.
Yeah.
Just out of sheer confusion. Like, what the hell?
So,
No.
fix that too.
No, I haven't found anything myself, though, sadly. I would love to find something, because that's actually where I get a lot of, like, the interesting, like... cheapo indie scene and stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good on the indie scene, but for the most part, like most people, unless it's being told to me like, dude, you need to actually look at this game, I don't run into it very often.
Yeah,
but there is games that I'm like, you know what, $3 I'll go get it, and I get it. I'm like, how did I miss that before?
Yeah, it allows you to experiment, because you're like, well, if I lose out on $3, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And then it turns out, holy crap, this is a good game. Yeah.
I spent more on bad nuggies. So, there's that. But, yeah. I would, anybody who's interested in saving some money but getting some games, I think this would be a good week for everyone to get it. But let's move on. The Xenoblade 3 Direct.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So Nintendo just kind of covered some Xenoblade 3 stuff. Not too bad. Just kind of covers some of the story and some key elements and stuff. What's one of the things that you kind of enjoyed out of that? Like the stuff that are like, oh shit, I'm actually excited about that now, as opposed to something else.
Having actually 5 characters on screen. That's really nice.
But they're all fighting too at the same time.
Yeah. And instead of just like being limited to like 3 characters. Mm-hmm. So now you really get to lay the smack down.
You don't have to change out the party and stuff?
Yeah, you get to really lay down the smack down. And I don't really understand that in like RPGs too, where it's like, oh you have 12 people in your party and only 2 can be on screen. Like, no! I want 12 of my friends beating the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, honestly, like most of my games I've ever played, they usually had a party of like 3 active people.
Yeah.
Or 4 active people, depending on what it all is and stuff. So, I've never really had that much of an issue, but like I've never really played anything that required 12 people all fighting at once.
Yeah, but it looks like a huge improvement on everything overall. Though I'm pretty excited actually.
Okay.
So,
well, for me, I've noticed like overall, I'm kind of excited, but like. I'm not huge in playing Xenoblade a lot, but I did notice like there's some cool stuff that's going on that I just made note of. But the thing that I think is actually kind of interesting is the stuff that wasn't even directed. You know what I mean? Stuff that wasn't like an actual like official announcement or anything like that. Nintendo, like, I'm not sure whether or not they're gonna make it into like an actual in the lore type of situation, but I do feel like the developers they made an obvious conscious decision to make the ideas of the character design choices like a pseudo reincarnation of previous main characters.
Oh yeah.
Like Mio is Nia, Noah is Shulk.
Not Shulk. Yeah, not Nia, not Melia.
Uni is not Melia. All the knots. So there's a lot, like, you can tell which ones they're like, oh, they could always be inspired from their previous stuff. I'm like, yeah, they could. But there's one thing to be inspired from your previous work as opposed to quite literally using it as an influence. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to make that kind of an official thing, based on what we know of the ending, and I'm not going to mention it, you know. But I do think they made that choice to kind of like say, shh, they're actually reincarnated. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't put it past them that that's what they are.
I think my theory is the original guys are going to show up.
Maybe. There's a chance.
As to why we're not seeing... That's why we're not seeing them. Unless they're just going to be like, well, this is their own timeline, and there will be no previous mention of the past whatsoever.
Well, the previous two didn't really mention each other until the end either, and it didn't really make sense until the end to mention them. You know what I mean? Like, they could easily run on themselves, you know? And that's the same thing with 3. And 3 could easily just be, you know, the collective of the two. You know, the collective of the two worlds. And that's where I'm gonna stick to it right now, with avoiding some spoilers here. But I'm not too shocked that they would go that way though. Like, I'm pretty sure they're just trying to find a way to just kind of. I'm not saying they want to get away from it, but I feel like they kind of want to make sure to right the wrongs to make the game more fluid. Like, they plan out more sequels instead of having to write stuff like all-encompassing, expecting that they will never make another Xenoblade, and then somebody comes around and goes, hey, guys, that game sells. Give us more.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're trying to like set up the board so it doesn't come up as bad anymore.
Yeah.
So
okay.
That's the thing. I do think it's going to be humorous though, because the timing of Xenoblade 3, we're probably not going to see much of it in like Smash Brothers related content. You might see some songs or something like that in the next game, but Noah's just going to get hosed. Poor Noah. Like, it's like this. It's like the black and white Pokemon when 4 came out.
Yeah.
It's like, good luck. We're just gonna include other ones instead. So we're gonna include what was Greninja? Greninja was black and white, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. I take that back. There's a previous
no.
one before.
Greninja was Greninja was Kalos.
Kalos?
Ah.
Okay. Yeah, that was X and Y. Okay. Yeah. No, I was right. Let's go back. Ha. I take back what I meant taking back. So, but I just think that's humorous for Xenoblade. It's just gonna suck. We're gonna see a lot more about Xenoblade 4, and watch. Xenoblade 4 is not gonna be as hyped for everybody. It's gonna be hilarious. So.
Hey, I just came back. What the hell?
Yeah, well, didn't clean it up properly.
Aha, I gotcha.
Alright, so.
What about Fire Emblem?
Fire Emblem? Yeah, that's our final thing right there. Supposedly there has been talks and a leak about a upcoming Fire Emblem, and before I make any type of commentary on it yet, and of course everybody's gonna roll their eyes. So first, before I mention any of this, Intelligent Systems made a Fire Emblem about 2-ish or so years ago. They just released their most recent release project was Paper Mario. So the only options they really and the Advance Wars is getting a reboot later this year, right? So the only options they have.
There we go.
Okay? The only options they have is making a new IP, working on Fire Emblem, or making another Codename Steam. And let's all be real, there's 2 options there that I am not even willing to bet on. So,
what do you never know? Maybe they are working on one.
No, they're not. No, they're not, because Fire Emblem makes the most money. We already know that's how that's going to work. So it's to be expected that a Fire Emblem game was in the works next, right? So, that being said, a specific leaker called Emily Rogers, all grown at that because everybody keeps holding her to such a high degree, but her record ain't that great. It's like 60 to 65% roughly.
She's related to Brandon Rogers. Hello, Brandon Rogers.
So, I don't know, right? The record for her is just garbage. But anyway, a lot of people it seems to be taking a lot of traction. So let's see what we can do about this and go into the details before I make any comments on it. The upcoming Fire Emblem is a new game. Big shock. Not a remake, brand new story. Big shock. Collaboration between Intelligent Systems, Koei Tecmo, and Gust, the division of Koei Tecmo Holdings, which is the people who make the Atelier series, for anybody who is unfamiliar, which I will get into on that as well. Gust heavily assisted with the visuals and graphics. Graphics are important are an improvement over Three Houses, which is really hard because Three Houses was actually like graphically impressive.
So we're getting more Three Houses?
Three Hopes, we already got that.
Okay.
That actually got released this last weekend.
We're done, right? Are we moving to a new Fire Emblem series?
We're not moving to a new hero. We're gonna do another one that's called like
The Six Houses, right?
No. We're gonna have another Fire Emblem Warriors called Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Damnations. So, original and intended as an anniversary game to celebrate Fire Emblem's 30th anniversary. The game has been finished for over a year now. I will talk about that too. Main character, or main lord, has strange red and blue hair. His mother is a dragon. Oh, shock. That's a story. And new quote-unquote emblems gimmick allows players to summon Fire Emblem characters from the past for your squad.
So this is not...
that sounds like gacha to you? Like, that sounds like gacha to me.
Yeah.
So, like, there's... Okay, so... Brand new story. Big shock. That kind of comes with the territory. Like, name how many times they've done that many remakes. You know what I mean? Like, everybody expected a remake because they've been doing several remakes for the 3DS. But since the 3DS has been over and they got to do HD development, I was kind of expecting that was going to take a hit. Plus, the studio inside Intelligent Systems, because there are more studios. One of them was working on Paper Mario instead of the remake.
Okay.
So, whatever that team's doing right now might be a remake. So, who knows? So, just for everybody to know. Now, the collaboration between Koei Tecmo and Gust. So, I don't think Gust is entirely involved. Koei Tecmo was involved with the new Fire Emblem, like Three Houses and stuff, right? And they're already involved with Omega Force doing the hero stuff. So that's like, obviously Three Houses did so well. Like, Nintendo obviously wants to do more of it. So that kind of makes sense that they would do that, right? So that is believable to me. What starts getting weird is the stuff like Gust helping with, are heavily assisting with graphics and stuff like that. Currently, Gust is under a lot of work with doing their own anniversary for the Atelier series, and they're saying that they got a lot of projects in the works for this announcement and stuff. And I think they have an announcement in July as a celebration.
Okay.
So I don't think Gust in of itself will be heavily involved in anything Fire Emblem when they have a lot of stuff to do to kind of really build their own brand right now. Because right now with their own brand, like, it's growing. I do think the Atelier series is growing, and I think it's because the controversy with Ryza having thighs, big shock, and people having an issue with it. For some reason.
Women
big
can be
shock.
pretty.
So I think because of that, more people are taking note of them, and I heard that Atelier Sophie is actually doing pretty well for a traditional game and stuff. So more power to them. I'm excited about that, but I don't think Gust will be involved a lot, if at all.
Don't screw it up,
with a
Gust.
Fire Emblem game.
Don't screw it up.
Okay. So
You got a goodwill.
I don't think they'll have much investment in the Fire Emblem game. Maybe some artwork or something like that for the promos and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's as far as I could see them actually being involved. Now, it being originally intended as an anniversary game, I call bunk. Otherwise, they would have probably pushed that out like heavily to meet that 30th anniversary. They just decided to do the anniversary pseudo digital collector's edition with Marth and stuff in it in the original game. They knew what they were doing. They would have been able to speed it up if that was the case. That I think is absolutely bullcrap. Like, absolutely bullcrap. The main character has strange red hair. His dragon is a mother. We have like 80% of those games that the dragon is somehow related to one of the lords. Like either reincarnated or you're his vassal or whatever. Being a child of it, not even remotely out of the realm of reality. That's just like saying this game will allow you to press A to interact with stuff.
Mario will be able to jump in the new Mario game. Right?
Yeah, basically. So I don't think that's the case. And this whole the new emblems gimmick to summon characters from the past, summon characters. So is this a Fire Emblem Heroes game? I'm not buying that either. Like it's just one of those. Oh, yeah, we're just trying to slowly say that Nintendo's into gacha without actually getting into gacha.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a major problem. But yeah, that's my opinions on all those little bullet points. How about you?
I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired of Fire Emblem. Surprise, but I don't know. I hope it does well, but after what is it? Not Awakening. What was the one after Awakening?
Fates.
Fates. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got bored of Fates like really quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, no, I can't even blame you for that because I think Fates was actually pretty boring.
Yeah.
Awakening was kind of neat. I like the fact that Awakening allowed you to kind of grind characters out and stuff. So that's the reason why I still like Awakening to this day. Is like fundamentally they allowed you to grind characters, and since it was the first one to do that, I'm glad that they did it. I'm glad that all future games allowed you to do that as well. You know, because some characters I just want to grind them out and like max them all out. That's my jam when it comes to an RPG. Mm-hmm. Like I like busting those things out, right?
Well, the reason like why people like being able to grind is because it gave you security. Because when it was so punishing, like, oh well, if it's that hard, I don't want to invest any time in it. Especially if like there's crit chances, and if you play your game and the character just manages to crit you in just the wrong time, like what are you supposed to do about that? Yeah, load again. You know, it's just dumb. I didn't like that. Now I could see why people did it, and that's why that option's still there. You know, I like the grind. Period. You know. But I mean, for the most part, it just the micromanaging kind of like really turned me off. I know it sounds kind of dumb, but I like Advance Wars far more than Fire Emblem. Yeah, far more. In fact, I also like Codename Steam far more than Fire Emblem or Advance Wars. But apparently, I'm the only one. Yeah, you are. Yeah, fucking sucks. I got like 7. I got like when the game went down to $5, I bought the rest of them off of like a Walmart. Hell yeah! Just to make sure somebody actually, the person who owns them, like appreciates them. Like, I'm like the Santa Claus for Codename Steam right there. If I'm like, you are worthy, you get a Codename Steam game. This is a token of my gratitude. You are worthy. So yeah. But yeah, I don't like. I'm not too into Fire Emblem, but like I do appreciate a lot of the moves that they've pulled on it. But I do think a lot of this just seems suspicious, beyond suspicious. You know what I mean? So plus this woman has quite the poor reputation with actual predictions. And every time she gets something right, when she gets something right, everybody just goes, "Oh, see, she's always right." No, she's not. She has a higher rate than flipping a coin, but not so much that flipping a coin still isn't a better option. You know what I mean? Like it's just no. We gotta be careful about that crap. So, but I think that would be a good segue to kind of talk about the little idea that everybody's expecting a Nintendo Direct sometime soon, which it should be. It is totally not E3 season. Mm-hmm. So Nintendo usually has something around this point. So we might be seeing something. I predicted it was going to be June 30th, so I still haven't heard anything about it yet. And I'm still kind of sticking to it. I do think it's kind of June 30th, or I might be off a couple days. So where are these predictions coming from? And is it just because like this is about the time that they do my prediction is it's just around that time that they would announce one, mm-hmm. And especially it's the totally not E3 season.
I'm pretty sure when E3 got canceled, they're editing out a lot of all E3 specific references in their video. I think they're editing that out. I think they had something ready. I think they're like, shit, we gotta edit that out. And so they delayed it a couple more weeks.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying, like, my guess is I just took the day that they should have announced E3, bumped it 2 weeks, and it kind of lands on the 30th. That is literally how my prediction system worked.
No, okay.
Right there. It's just like 2 weeks sounds about right to kind of edit something and get everything kind of prepared for that. Because I'm pretty sure Nintendo was going to announce Fall Guys releasing today, and then it released. You know what I mean?
No, okay.
But because I'm totally not E3, kind of canceled the whole system. I think they were just like, fuck it, just release it on the 21st, and we'll just carry on from there. And yeah, go from there. That's basically what I expected out of it.
Okay.
So, but that's my prediction anyway. I'm kind of expecting a Fire Emblem related announcement at it. Now that Three Hopes is already out, and I don't know too much what I want to see, to be honest. More just not Fire Emblem, F-Zero. That'd be good. That's never gonna happen. But how about you? What do you think about this whole situation? Do you still think they're gonna be doing a Nintendo Direct?
By now, I'm gonna say no.
Why? Because it's too late.
It's way too late.
So
maybe something for fall.
They're like, nah, it's too late. It's just past June. We're just not gonna do anything at all this summer.
Yeah, it's gonna be their fall announcement.
Yeah, no, I think they're still gonna announce something.
Okay.
I like they always do. It's kind of semi-seasonal and stuff anyway. I'm pretty sure if E3 was still going on, they're gonna have something. So if they had something, obviously they would have had something to announce. If they had something to announce, obviously they're gonna have it's gonna be something throughout the fall. They're not gonna just go, oh, we're just gonna wait until then to announcement, because that can just be, that'd be risky, you know.
Yeah.
You know, announce, yeah, we're gonna have a new Mario sports game. It releases today. Thanks, September Nintendo Direct. You know, it'd be something like that.
But they've been holding off for so long now.
Not too long. Like not longer than usual, but there has been ones that have been enormously long. So,
okay.
Like it's not out of the realm of unusual yet. Like it's getting there, but I don't think so.
Okay.
So, but that's all I gotta say about this last week. It's been kind of a lull, but it's kind of to be expected.
I'm not complaining. I guess last week was just insane.
Oh my god, dude, we barely even had much time to do reaction videos.
Yeah.
And stuff. So I really hope some people really enjoyed how we reacted to them, because I would like to do more of those. But yeah, it was really to test our channel out. Not gonna lie. And I feel like we're ready to do some more of that type of stuff. So I'd like to thank you all guys for listening, and share if you like our product, and we'll see you on the other side.